So today on the agenda, as always, we gotta cook a build. I come into these runs after doing, the number was 4,000 runs on like the loading page. 4,000 is a really big number. All of this is like not great, I feel. I kind of want to do this, but I don't like any of the other stuff. Vampirism, Cleaver, in the biome. We know this is gonna be Brutality because we are a little bit, not behind, but we have 2 vids up. We have 2 vids up already. One tactics, 1 survival. We want to get to a point where all of those are in sequential sequence. That's redundant. One after the other, each run for each color. A little bit of something for everybody. You may be a fan of Brutality, you may hate this, and that's okay because there's a different vid you could watch instead. The only issue with Brutality is I feel like my win rate is the lowest on this. Molotov. Could go fake throwing build. Fake tactics, always fun. Like, I'm just trying to not get hit. Stuff keeps getting interrupted though, which is convenient for me, but a little bit rough for the Iron Staff. Probably not gonna keep the Iron Staff. Flaming Trail, Barnacle. Does that work? Because it comes from the sky, right? Yeah, see, there's no fire here. So the issue with Barnacle is that, like, because it fires from the ceiling, the trail doesn't exist because there's no ground to do a trail. Wow, 40% flint. Ideally, you would take this. People also talk about this having, like, infinite attacks if you dodge roll or something. I think if you hold down the button and spam dodge roll, if someone knows what the tech is, feel free to let us know. I've never done it myself. First mutation, again, we have nothing. So to cook, how do you even start? You could do simple No Mercy for executes. We could Porcupack in the event something shows up, but it's only 77%. Predator is also very good to start with. We can just No Mercy for now until something shows up. Maybe nothing shows up. Maybe we're on our own. That's what cooking's all about. Sometimes you cook for yourself. Wow. Oh wait, do I have to actually do the hold? What if I don't? Because this thing just has really good damage. So yeah, this thing's hit. And I don't know if that's normal. It does not seem normal. It is a 40% damage buff. No crit required. We have No Mercy, so if the monster somehow lives, it probably gets executed. Funny enough, it feels like every time I play Brutality, I have Assault Shield. Is that right? I gotta go back through my old footage and see is that accurate, because I wonder how ethical that is. Is Assault Shield fair? I mean, it doesn't do damage, but it enables kill rhythm, sort of like stuns the monster a little bit. Oh my god, ay. Oh, well that makes it fair. I get randomly cursed. My first charge of the whole game. Yeah, on this map, anything's fair. We have random curse happening for borderline no reason. Oh no! We're fine. I'm over here feeling like I'm playing assist mode with monster HP turned down. Is the whack-a-mole bonk the only way to bonk is at random? Please die to the fire. No, don't come down here. Did it die? No, it is very much alive. There we go. So not really much to cook at the current moment. We just kind of go as is, though this could very well like allow me to hit anything. 3-second cooldown. Not a mimic. I'm willing to try it. All right, into the corrupted prison. Our first check to see if there's something to cook with as a colorless item. I could scheme. Again, I'm not a big fan of scheme because the damage it's pretty low. 500 damage. I'm gonna do a basic attack on one monster and you'll see how much 500 damage is. First curse, magnetic grenade. Not something I particularly like to use. I don't think you can cook with that, really. Yeah, so I do 1,000 damage. 1,400, actually. So one scheme is like a third of my basic attack. And I guess in some ways, like, oh, V, that's like, it's a whole, it's one whole attack on 3. Every third attack is 1 extra. But I still do not think that is good. Oh no. Things are living. Really? Oh wait. Does that work? Can I hold the charge and then bring it? Kinda. I don't think you get much benefit. It feels like it has to recast the entire animation of the flint itself, or not. Oh my god. It takes time. Is that a legendary? It is. Legendary whip sword. Critical damage for a long window of time. I don't even think that works, to be perfectly honest. Causes the target to bleed upon dealing it critical damage. What that is when you do the swap, the monster gets a special icon over its head. I hate this weapon. You can't really see it because they're just dying. Like, technically that does kill. I still don't think I like it. Toxic Cloud Hand Hook. It's kind of exciting. The only hand hook tech I know about is with the worms. Wormettes and Lil Staffy, like pulling the monster into them. And I think we've done that before. Okay, there's a brief moment there where you could see a skull over the monster's head. That's the bleed effect. It's a completely different thing than normal bleed in this game. I don't think it's very strong. I don't even think it tells you what the damage number is. I'm sure it's a call back to Castlevania or something, but we don't know what the numbers are. I'm stuck in here. I'm actually stuck. Good for you. There we go. Next area, we always go off of the world map. So we're going to Dracula's Castle. Very convenient when we're using Whip Sword. I feel like I got all the food. See, like, I just don't care about that magnetic grenade. It seems so bad. I'm just gonna pull the monsters together and kill them without the magnetic ever going off. That's what's gonna happen. Even though in something like Death, you would think, okay, the sickles are out. We can maybe, like, pull the sickles into the magnetic. It doesn't do that. Actually worthless. Okay, so how do we cook this thing? First off, this effect is nothing right now. I guess, like, we could go... Scheme has to go for sure. I kind of want to bring in Frenzy, because we know that Alter Attack does, like, a really good heal. I do want to bring in Melee in case we get the damage to slow down target. I'm curious. It would be so interesting if, like, the Alter combo, this thing right here, if that can do bonus damage to bleeding target, which means we have to change Transform into, like, damage to bleed. Damage while you're full, that's, like, something, but not quite. Very funny, I'm sure. Uh-huh. Interesting. I believe we have cooked it. And not in a good way. Well, I'm gonna need a lot of money to re-roll that thing back to where it was, minimum. If we're lucky, maybe we can get something. It'd be kind of weird if that can't roll bonus to bleeding target, because the game thinks it does bleed. Like, it still hits. I'm healing... Is that 6 HP? Every Alter Attack? Chat, keep a look at that number down there for when I do that combo. How much am I... Oh my god, I got absolutely deleted. Legendary. Legendary Flashing Fan. Not me about to do the exact same build I always do. With Parting Gift. V has been playing Parting Gift literally every single run. When was the last time I didn't play Parting Gift? There's the bleed synergies. They're starting to show up. Technically, if I use Flashing Fans right now, it's probably going to be very good. All right, we gotta get move speed. Sometimes I like to do just transform, like a raw dog transform, and get the crits after. But I do believe like the maximum damage is from doing the alter combo. It's just scary because sometimes you get stuck in the animation. And you better hope the speed bonus doesn't fall off, or else you don't get it. Oh, the bleed! Not even enough to kill the monster. It had regular bleed and the special bleed on it, and it still lived. How do we feel about that? Perhaps the cook ain't all that great. Yelp reviews were paid for. That's the owner's niece writing fake reviews on Google reviews. Ain't no way. Freaking AI review. Not to say I'm disappointed in the legendary, I just think the numbers are off. Well, okay, I'm disappointed in the crit stay for longer part, because obviously that's like non-functional. I just think the bleed number, someone rolled it, but then didn't do the calculation. I'm dead. Rare not dead moment. I just know for a fact if I go parting gift a third time, YouTube comments are gonna go nuts. He legit only knows how to play parting gift builds, which are already bad. I'm out here fooling the investors into thinking this is good. But I guess that's what cooking's about, because if it tastes good, that's all you need to know. Don't worry about the other stuff. Is critting for as long as the regular? If we just look at the timer, we pretend the timer is the bottom left. The weapon itself will glow to show that you have crits enabled. So when I press triangle, it glows and then disappears. That's how long the crit window is. That's only the 50%. If I press it again, you'll see, oh, it's gonna go into the longer window part. So we're gonna press triangle, illuminates, disappears. Now, someone out there may get the frame data and say, okay, V, it's actually 50% longer. Truly, 50% of 1 second is 0.5, which is effectively nothing because you can't attack that fast. You'd have to kind of put them side by side with the non-legendary, but you could also just play something else. If only there's a way to do the crit on bosses, like consistently. Back in the day, you used to be able to hit your own turret, and that will also give you parting gift bombs. Not parting gift bombs. It would give you the flashing fans crit. But I don't think that that's like a thing anymore. I'm gonna come back to that shop, I think. Because we still have to cook. We gotta make a you've never seen a build like this. And shoot, maybe you haven't. Maybe right now it's already in that territory, it's just not that good. Someone was saying earlier they miss old magnetic grenade. And I can see like trying to change it into something that isn't already in Dead Cells. Like I can see that. It's just, again, once you start playing it, you start to realize I don't need to be pressing this button unless it's a monster that throws bombs or something. Move speed on kill, that's technically a way to make frenzy occur. So I want you all to see this. I'm gonna buy the cheap turret. Okay, sure. Oh, there's the bleed. Oh, snap. It is a cool icon. Like, I really like the icon for it. It just, I don't think it's very effective. So back in the day, you used to be able to punt your own turrets using flashing fans. Seems as though you can no longer do that. And there was a time where that would actually activate your crits. Seems to be gone. I mean, we have the building blocks for just a basic build, right? Nothing you all haven't seen before. And sometimes, you know what, that's okay. We want familiar cook. When I go to another country, I still go to McDonald's and KFC. Am I getting the soybean burger? No, I'm not. I'm still getting a Whopper. Which is like a little unfortunate. Like, if you're already out there, you should probably be eating some of their local cuisine. If you go to McDonald's, you should at least get like the special local version of the Whopper. Do I dare try this again? Wow, does bleed not exist on this? I think I made it worse somehow. Oh no. No, we're reverse cooking. It's like the rotisserie chicken we got from BJ's. It's a little pink inside. It's not bleeding, so it's probably okay. It's just the color isn't how I normally like my chicken. Not a whole rotisserie chicken. So like when you cut into it, it's got some non-white and non-dark parts, you know? Does that mean it's not cooked? No, it's the temperature's 170. It's just a different color. All right, death. With the Dr. Strange setup here. I always want to say Strange's real name, but I don't know his real name. Is he a Tony or Steve? Because I know I couldn't actually walk. I was locked in the animation. I can't even phase her afterward. That's how bad the animation lock is. Look at that bleed. Don't ask. I can't face her. I literally cannot press any buttons. I'm actually going to die from the food I cooked. There's some salmonella with a side of E. coli. I feel like I have to heal. Now you may be like saying, V, can you prove to us that buttons don't work? I will do two things. One, Cleaver, you will know it doesn't work because it will shine red when I do the alter attack. See that red shine? I actually can't do it. Let's try dodge roll. So dodge roll is this button here. That's how long you have to dodge roll. I dare say it is not good. So, because it's not good, we probably have to play Flashing Fans. I know you're very sad. V, you've played Flashing Fans almost every run. A very familiar cook, if you will. I'm about to put y'all on game that you've seen many times on my channel before. Parting Gift. What's the phaser do? Burning oil damage? I don't really want to reroll the Flashing Fans and get rid of shoot an arrow up and forward. That's very important. So to be fair, I could point blank, and that would make the arrows even stronger. Now you may be noticing we have no brutality mutations right now. I encourage you, don't worry about that. I promise you, they will become brutality. I mean, maybe not physically, but spiritually. It is brutality. I don't think you want to scheme, because that may skew the build a little bit. I could just melee mutation. That's like the easiest thing to do. Now you may be saying, V, please use open wounds. You literally have a weapon that does bleed on hit. Surely you want double the bleeds. Give me one brutality mutation. I'll do it for now, but I'm not promising that's gonna stay. Just to say that out loud. All right, I need the money. Slumbering Sanctuary, where the run possibly dies. All right, new biome. Parting Gift check. Did not activate even once. There it is. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It feels like if the monster dies to the fan itself, you don't get it, but obviously if it dies to me throwing the arrow, you do get it. Which is like kind of poggy, right? Interesting for sure. I think there's a world where phaser kind of helps the bullets do the kill rather than the fans doing the kill. In which case I probably want to keep phaser. Kind of like that. I'm putting y'all on game today. Don't try to parry the bomb from that thing. It's probably a throw. I'm gonna swap here. Bleeding damage phaser. Still get the move speed, though we aren't doing that anymore. Now, I don't know if you even get open wounds from the bullet shooting an arrow up and forwards. I have a sneaking suspicion you do not get open wounds from that. But I have to go to a training room to see. Rare working build. Be playing Parting Gift yet again. I can't not. This is what the game did. I have nothing to do with this. Look at that. I had someone leave a comment on YouTube saying, V, I never thought to use Parting Gift. Thanks to you, you've opened my eyes and my brain. How can I not do this? This is build that's made for me. It's like a Junji Ito. This build was made for me. And I just want you all to get the same level of entertainment that I'm getting. Now, unfortunately, that's not giving me a bomb. Though that did, I feel like it was just phaser. Yeah. Why would phaser by itself cause the monster to drop a bomb? It's not falling. I mean, maybe it died to the cleaver, but even then, would cleaver really do it by itself? Look at that. You ain't never seen a build like this. I don't know why it's working. Parting gift is just anything that's not a melee weapon. But like, I'm using a melee weapon for this, so I think the game knows what range damage is. I mean, I guess in some ways you could consider it, yes, shooting an arrow up and forwards is literally not a melee weapon. Same idea. It's from a melee weapon. We don't care about that. All we care about is, did you bonk the monster, yes or no? Imagine if that somehow worked on bosses. That kills? No shot. The part that's actually new here is the phaser, because in my head, phaser really shouldn't have any interaction with parting gift. Chat, we're trying to cook. If someone in chat has seen this build before, you're lying. Ain't no way. Gaslighting even. It's a Veedotme original. It's like kicking the soccer ball, except I generate soccer balls from nothing. In fact, it's illegal balls. It's not FIFA, whatever the new terminology for FIFA is, approved. I guess there's a world where you get like a separate weapon for bosses. Something that still wants to see bleed interactions. Could go with the old school Sata Stiletto setup. Hemorrhage for bosses. Not me considering Ripper. No shot. I fear we may be getting a third tactics mutation. Just give you all a heads up. Level 12. We just need Poison Cloud. There we go. So that's the damage for this. We got some damage here too if we need it. Again, we could try to mess with this, but the only thing we care about is bleeding damage. So I'd rather just save my money. Oh, wow. Well, not Clock Tower after all. We're in the bank. I need a new phaser. The biggest phaser you got. I need a big old American-sized phaser. I need to go to another country, show them my phaser, and they're like, yeah, you're American. I need this thing to hit. That way I can generate bombs. The build is functional. It's definitely satisfying, this build that is. I do feel a little bad because sometimes I get in the territory of, have I done this on YouTube before? I probably should not do it again. But for all I know, some people don't care about that. Look at TikTok. Some people watch literally the same content on TikTok. In fact, you even lose out by like deviating from your existing content. I've been obsessed with this channel that does XYZ explained by cats. It'll be like tariffs explained by cats, anxiety explained by cats, and they basically use cat images to explain random stuff. But they start like diverging a little bit from the strategy because now they're using meme sounds. And like all I needed was the cat image. I don't need like the generic like TikTok sound effects behind it. That almost makes it worse for me. So in the same deal, someone may be like, V, I don't need you to cook that much. I'm a bacon and eggs kind of person. Once you start throwing in the grits and beans and stuff like that, I'm unsubscribed. I don't need all that. But to me, it's like, why go to IHOP for bacon and eggs? We have that at home. Why go to Olive Garden ever? You can literally just open a box of great value pasta, get some pre-made Alfredo sauce. It's literally the same thing. We can do better, people. Expand your taste. That's why I don't go for that parry very often, because it's too dangerous. Whoa, hello. Twins? Is this allowed to be a twin? That seems strong, right? Like, this should be an illegal setup? Because keep in mind, not every elite in the game can get every elite ability. There's some that are literally banned from interacting. And they did that with good reason, because some monsters kind of break the elite abilities in a good way and a bad way. Some they forgot to do the ban. Like in Castlevania, those spinny lions, they have a real name. I think it starts with a B. Those still get the pylons that keep them safe, but they probably shouldn't get that. That should be an illegal setup. Not because it makes them OP, but because it doesn't actually function, because they just zip out of it. We did not hit Phaser. We will see if Phaser shows up later. Build feels good, even on this map. I still can't rightfully say that this thing should or should not give me bombs. The Phaser, that is. I feel like it's not supposed to. Dodging plants a bomb. Chat, I do believe Cook has happened. Now, is it you've never seen a build like this territory? I think you all would have to confirm that or not. But I do believe Cook has happened, like bare minimum. Now, like I said, back in the day, you used to be able to hit your own turrets. So the idea that you throw out the turret with flashing fans, you smack it, it doesn't automatically detonate though. But that would be like really sick if it did. It just put it like on a monster. And sometimes that's enough to make it aggro the monster instead of you. And it's probably still not good. Technically I could leave. We know there's no legendary on the map either. There's no stars. There's no icons for a weapon besides the pick 2. So the only thing I'd be doing is trying to get food. And we're not going to buy a health pot either. So I know this kind of goes against what you all normally see me do. But I will actually leave. Literally cannot pay me to stay here. Toothpick that stuns the victim. Doesn't it already do that? Flaming Trail, didn't we already confirm that doesn't work? I mean, not that it doesn't work, but it's not as good. How many gifted subs to finish the bank? Usually none. Usually I do it for free. It's just today I'm like, here's the one instance where I'm literally getting nothing out of it. Except I guess some cash. But like, I'm not gonna make any changes. I just have to buy a new phaser, like a higher level one. And then that's it. All right, well, we'll do some hemorrhage. I guess I could have re-rolled the hemorrhage a little bit to see if I could get additional ammo. Not the best hemorrhage, I guess, but it's fun. Sometimes fun is enough. Maybe it does good damage, maybe it doesn't. I missed. We're doing chunksters. That was like half her health. In what, just like 8 bullets? Look at that. That thing didn't even hit her. Wait, what? I'm calling aimbot or hacks or something. Why does my hemorrhage explode at the end of its travel distance? Like it's freaking Magneto from Marvel Rivals. Wowee. He kinda ate. Are we good on time? 39 minutes? Is that the speedrun door? Oh, there's no door. All right, legendary. Legendary. I knew it. As soon as I saw the worms in the actual boss drop, I knew I would actually get worms here. I should have said something. This is okay if you have hand hook. It's not bad. I just don't want to play it. You ain't never seen a build like this, except you've seen me do hand hook with this. It's the same thing. I don't have anything else to cook with those worms. I know it does poison on hit, but we have poison from the cloud here. There's nothing I can really do with that, like at least off the top of my head. If someone knows something that I don't, with those worms, then like sure, I'd consider, but right now I can't think of anything. We'll go high peak to spoiler. I'm gonna show you all a little bit of secret tech for spoiler boss. Maybe you all have seen it, maybe you haven't seen it, but it's something that whenever I'm using a build like this, it's like super exciting. Some of you all may know what it is. Oh, what a setup. Like, please let me phaser to somebody. Wow, you didn't die. Build so good, you have to self-report. We had that on Windblown. The dev was like, please report this. Please. They even said, you have to do it. It's the right thing to do. So funny. But what was actually really interesting about it, the dev said they won't nerf it. Instead, there was a part of the build that was like inconsistent, like the damage was random. So they were gonna go back and try to figure out why was that part inconsistent. And that I truly appreciate. Because sometimes it's fun to cook something busted, right? Otherwise, like the builds would be mediocre. What's this run? This is, can V cook a build you've never seen before? You ain't never seen before. You gotta put in that part to give it like flavor. I'm making myself laugh at that. You all don't get the joke, but that's okay. Now, as a recap, you may be saying, V, like, technically, what's the cook here? The cook is that we're using flashing fans. Flashing fans needs to repel projectiles to do crits. To get projectiles is typically like parry something from a monster. However, we can parry our own stuff from Parting Gift. How we get Parting Gift typically is just from shoot an arrow forward from the flashing fans, which looks like this. Ow. My bad, my bad. So there's our bomb. Purely off the flashing fans' little darts. However, we can go even further than that. For some reason, phaser, when it kills, hang on. When it kills, it also drops a bomb. So now we're at the point where it's not doing it right now because the monsters have scaled a little bit. It's there, I promise you, like that. Now we're at the point where we can phaser onto a monster and get the Parting Gift bomb. However, unfortunately, the monster's HP has gone up on this biome, so we do need a new phaser. That is a work in progress. We'll hopefully get it here. I'm blueprint farming. Should I do it in 5 BC or 3 BC? If you're saying that you're trying to get blueprints themselves and not the actual cells, you get the maximum amount of cells from 4 BC. 5 BC doesn't help that much in terms of getting cells. If you're saying you just want the blueprints themselves, I guess technically from 3 to 5, there are some monster changes, like the monsters that spawn. However, you may as well just go straight to 5 if you're trying to get the blueprints themselves. Some enemies won't spawn in certain BCs. Yeah, in 3 BC, the Rampagers start spawning. So if you were to go below 3 BC, you won't get Rampagers, but you may be done with Rampagers. You may not need any more. In that case, you'd have to know what is the Rampager drop that you need. In 5 BC, the Failed Experiment starts to spawn. Before then, you will get no Failed Experiment. But in the same vein, you may get all of their drops early, and you may not need them anymore. You have to be careful here, though. Give me that. Okay, just stand there. Appreciate it. Sometimes you gotta consider yourself lucky. The monster could have killed you, but it just stood there and did nothing. Who am I to say that that's wrong? There it is. Yeah, you got me. That's fair. Alright, I need phaser. It's not happening, is it? No, please, game. Oh. Okay. That may have been our last chance to get phaser. Again, it's not that it's not working, it's just that it's starting to get outscaled. And by outscaled, I mean the monster's not dying to the phaser by itself. So, we're complaining about a very, very first world issue right now. How dare the monster not die to just the phaser, which is normally not supposed to do that in the first place. I mean, I guess maybe we're down on scrolls? Bro, how do I keep doing that? Just, I cannot seem to escape from that. I don't know why. I could maybe look for phaser that does 15% damage and bleeding. I fear I shouldn't touch it anymore. Oh, the hemorrhage. We don't care about the victim bleed, we just want poison. I dare say I should not have touched it. Oh, wow. Maybe I really shouldn't have touched it. What? We bricked it? Okay, that's something. You ain't never seen a build where you brick your own weapon just by re-rolling it. Now it does borderline nothing. I mean, it still does some damage, but we lost how much? I lost 80% damage. Well, that's every build for you in the Twitch chat? I mean, look at the difference now. Oh, wow, what a difference. We killed Timekeeper in like 5 of these. Well, not killed her, but phase change at least. All right, out of ammo. Had to wait for that bomb. Took 9 years to detonate because the game knew. It knew I wanted to do the phaser so badly, so it waited. Wow, how convenient. He threw them directly up and directly back down and not like behind me, like he normally does. What a nice guy. Always looking out for me, you know? Where would I be if it wasn't for Hand of the King? All right, legendary. Please be something usable. Right after the wormettes, you get a hand hook. I'll backpack it, I guess. But we already lost the wormettes, so probably not gonna do that. Okay, so final area. We want to showcase one thing, and that's with the phaser. We know that phaser is supposed to do damage after you hit the monster. However, when we do the phaser right now, it's gonna do some damage. We just don't know how much. I didn't even see a number. Yeah, that was like 36K. Interesting that the number was red. As if it does a bleed. My bleed is only 1, you can't see it. Well, it's right there. My bleed is 1,300. But it seems as though the phaser is doing a 30,000 damage bleed. Because like if I do a normal hit, it's not gonna look like that. See that? It's like 500 damage. So maybe the real secret as to why phaser is killing is some really weird interaction between phaser applying its damage and the first hit you're doing is the bleed hit. All right, we did not happen to get skill shop. We're kind of locked in. Yeah, I would say this is within you ain't never seen a build like this kind of territory. It's not the craziest thing we've done, but it's certainly like by the books. Good. Being able to roll those bombs, kicking the soccer ball as we call it. Look at that. If that's not cooked, I don't know what is. Not usable. Though you could do like Midas Blood to get the crits on bosses, but we already know there's not a skill shop, so I can't get Face Flask to proc the Midas Blood. See, I'm thinking still, even to this moment where you would think, oh yeah, the build's done, I'm still thinking what else could I be doing? That's how hard we're working. This is fun. Just a single bleed proc. It builds seek. It's a seek. That's all I want. Is a seek build. That's it. I'm a simple man. I'd be a really easy Christmas or birthday. Little secret Santa gift right here. Just get me a busted build. That's all I want. You don't have to go crazy. Notice I'm not trying to parry. Oh, you can parry these for a quick crit. I can't face her. Now I can. Remember, I'm about to put you all low in game. For spoiler. This is never before seen world premiere tech that none of you all know about, unless you've watched my channel before. Because I do this almost every time I come to this boss. It's a strat that's too good not to use. You may even call it abuse. I probably should do this. 21,000. I can probably reroll Hemorrhage like twice if I'm lucky. Probably do this. I know I can't buy the health pot now, but it's gonna have to be okay. Stun the victim Hemorrhage. I feel like it kind of does that by default. It's not a throw. Chat, I have an idea now. Remember when I said earlier we need another tactics mutation? I think that's gonna happen. Open wounds might still stay, but I can't guarantee it. I don't know how much I care about that like 30,000 pop. I probably care about it a lot, actually. It's really nice. So we're gonna make a slight addition / amendment to the build. As you can clearly see, Parting Gift requires a monster to die. We're gonna fight a boss, so clearly that's not gonna happen. So I think for $4,000, I need point blank. Do I need point blank? I'd almost rather have support. 37 across the board. We're gonna keep the open wounds just for the one person saying, V, please use one brutality mutation. And then we're gonna bring in something a little different. Ripper. Now, technically speaking, to get your arrows back from Hemorrhage, you can easily just do a parry with the shield. Like, I take flashing fans off, use the shield instead, right? We're not gonna do that. Instead, we're gonna use Ripper to get our ammo back. The entire time this build has been functioning purely off of the fact that Phaser open wounds is killing every monster. If it wasn't for that, then this build would not be... I mean, it's not that it's not functional, it's just it wouldn't look as good. So now we have like something that still looks good. We have a way to get our ammo back for Hemorrhage, and then every once in a while when the boss drops bombs, we can do flashing fans and get crits that way. Back again for the medicine. We cannot parry the stabs. But remember, I'm going to show you all some next level tech. It's going to take a couple of phases to get to it, though. All right, 1. The nice little crits. Stun them. No! I freaking trolled myself. No! Ain't no way, not me trolling myself. Okay, so get ready for the next level tech. Don't phaser right here because he apparently is never gonna do the tech that I've been talking about this whole time. Brother, go in the air, please. Okay. So what I wanted to show you was that when you're fighting spoiler boss and he goes in the air, you can use phaser to drag him down to the ground. Like, it doesn't matter when he starts doing the laser beam, all you have to do is press L2 one time and it'll automatically cancel him out of it. Unfortunately, he never pressed that button. You're gonna have to take my word for it. Mommy! Oh wow, you can't say that nowadays. Get accused of being a gooner or something. I mean, I wanted to show you all some next level tech. Keep in mind, if you are running phaser and you're going to spoiler, probably don't drop the phaser. It will possibly single-handedly win you the game. Look at that, though. I call this cooked. He cooked today. Now, is it I ain't never seen a build like this in Dead Cells? I don't know. You, the viewer, has to tell me if you've seen that build before. Phaser, also secondary tech. Phaser activates Ripper. So like all of those hemorrhages I was throwing, as soon as I phaser in, all the arrows fall out. Now, it doesn't do any tangible damage. It probably does like 500 damage for a monster that has like 2 million HP. However, it's a way for me to get those axes back without having to do anything at all. All I have to do is press phaser one time. And phaser does damage, so it's great.